Hey everybody, thanks for joining me here at the Toronto Snowmobile ATV and Powersports Show. The show is just winding up. We've added just about every accessory there is. Now we have to put this lower door kit on. Mark from Cracks Racing is going to help me out. He's a big PowerModz fan. And,
watching from the start.
Yeah, you've been watching for a long time. One of my biggest supporters as far as time goes. It's just been great. So I thank you for that.
No problem.
Now look, this goes on very easily. This is just a lower door. You know, usually this is wide open, but I don't know, this is going to keep your foot in.
Keep your feet dry from the mud.
Keep your feet dry from the mud. You know, those big tires want to throw a lot of mud and rain and all that kind of stuff up on you when you're going through puddles. And it's going to look pretty stylish too, right?
Oh, for sure. Definitely does.
Right, so let's get that on. First thing you got to do is take off this outer door cover.
All right.
I'm going to let you do that. There's 6 bolts. Yep. That's pretty darn easy, right? You can actually see these 2 little brackets here. Feed the back one in first, then the front one. That sort of goes in loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab those bolts up there. We're just going to lightly put these in, tighten, just snug them up a little bit. So grab me a couple of, 2 of those to start. Just sort of thread them in, but don't go nuts with them, because we're just going to have to make a slight adjustment at the very end. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we'll just sort of bring those in a little snug. Now there's a bracket behind you, a little L bracket kind of thing right there. There are 2 bolts with nuts. Okay. So this is going to be going like this. So lightly attach those 2 lower bolts as well. Yeah, so we'll basically snug these up, put these 2 top mounts in. I'll get this one here because I'm easy to see the back. You're a good man, Mark. What are you racing this year?
I'm racing 2 Mercury twisters. We got a 76 trail twister and a 75 snow twister.
Pretty crazy.
The snow twister is going to be modded. We got a really powerful mod motor. Runs on 110. It's got twin stingers. The whole works.
Right on.
We're going to do a lot of speeder runs, straight line drag racing pretty much, hoping to get about 100 mile an hour out of her.
Those Mercs are pretty darn fast.
They're very fast, they're very light, and they go pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I remember them. I'm dating myself, but I do remember them. Now, just grab your impact and just tighten these up a wee bit. Good. Other one. Done. Okay, now what we're going to do is, that still has a bit of adjustment on it, just like any other install on a door or something. There's a little bit of a weather seal there. Perfect. That's a pretty good spot right there. So snug up these 2 and these ones here. Right on. Now we'll put this door skin back on. Okay, now when you're tightening these are going into plastic, right?
Yeah, very short. Is you lower the setting at all, or just really light on the trigger?
Just light on the trigger. As soon as it stops turning, you're done, basically. You know, if you have a hand tool at the show, we don't have all our tools here, but just start it by hand, and then just sort of, we'll use the gun and just sort of bring it in a little bit.
Plastic always scares me going for stripping.
Yeah, I know.
I feel where they're going in.
Doesn't matter. It's just plastic. It'll feel like it's going in cockeyed, but it'll come straight.
I'm still old school. I deal with a lot of metal. I don't have much plastic.
This one here. One more. Okay, that's done. Now we got to pop this seat out. I'll pull this handle. There's a little handle here. Just pull the seat forward and then push the back. Here, I'll take this from you. So push the bottom back a little bit and then it'll come right out. There you go. Now this is basically your little side piece. Just to finish that, give it a nice finished look. You know what I'm saying?
That'll look pretty good.
So there's a little, like a little hook bracket that goes on the back. See the hole there?
Yeah.
Just thread them in lightly by hand and we'll just punch them in the same way we did the other ones. It's a little handy if you have a screwdriver or something long to get that screw started.
There we go.
I suggest starting all 3 of them before you do it. It's like anything else, right? You just put all the nuts and bolts in loose and then tighten them all up at the end. Have you ever ridden one of these?
No, actually, been really wanting to.
Blow your mind.
I'm sure it will. I got a This is a basic ATV myself.
Yeah, yeah. This is an animal, in a good way. And you can just do this one by hand.
That's why I was going all the
yeah.
time.
That's all good. There we go. You know what? This is just going into plastic. I'm just turning this by hand, you know?
Yeah.
That's it, Mark. I got to thank you for your help.
Yes. No problem.
Mark Stevenson with Cracks Racing. Check him out on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube.
Right on.
So.
Yeah, yeah. And I thank you very much for your support. And I thank
problem.
you for helping me install this lower door kit on the Polaris RZR 1000XP.
Not a problem. Nice and easy.
All right. Now, there's only one thing left to do. We got to put that seat back in, and then I got to drive this over to the Polaris booth.
I hop in.
We'll see what we can do.